Hello, good day, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I have a message of encouragement, and I'm going to be drawing from the scripture in the Bible, Isaiah 45:7. Okay? It says, I am the Lord, and there is no other. I form the light and create darkness. I bring prosperity and create disaster. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay, so basically, anyone who's going through a tough time right now, going through changes, I encourage you to move forward. I encourage you to change your perspective of how you perceive your situation. Don't allow the breaking down, the chaos, the darkness to weary you. Know that this is a natural process. There is divine destruction, okay? There is divine darkness. So, and what you perceiving to be all gloomy and dread, eliminate that from your mind. You need to view it from a point of view that this is a necessary process for you to get a breakthrough and for you to get to the next level, for you to elevate, for you to become the new you, okay? So I'm going to give some examples of how you may see this in the natural world, how this, what this looks like, this scripture looks like, okay? A woman being pregnant, right? A baby brings joy to the family when the baby's being born. The woman, however, going into birth is going to go through extreme pain to bring forth this new, beautiful creature into the world, right? So it's something beautiful that's taking care, but a transformation has to come, a pain has to come before that thing manifests, okay? Let's see. When you're working out, and you're trying to get that nice body, or you're trying to just slim down, okay? And you're lifting weights. You know, when you go to that gym and you lift those weights, your body gonna be sore every time. It's gonna be real sore. I mean, I used to work out, and sometimes it'd be days I just gotta lay in the bed all day because it's like my muscles was hurting, you know? My muscles just was hurting. It'd be a lot. And if you didn't have the proper, supplements or creams to put on it, massages, then you really messed up. I used to be messed up for like 1 or 2 days, seriously, before I would recover, you know? But in the end, you know, after doing it consistently, right, because I'm trying to get to that manifestation of that new body, eventually, when you look in that mirror, you see a masterpiece, you know? And that's from all the hard work, all of what you perceive to be pain. And something like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go to the gym today. I don't, just the pain and reaching that goal. Okay. That's a second example. A third example would be, let's see. A third example is I'm going to give you an example of something that happened to me the other day. Okay. I've been using this pilot gas station as my home base for where I shower and, get all my business done, produce my videos and stuff like that, and use the bathroom there. It was like, my home base, my safe place where I sleep and everything, So it's like my safety space as I am going through a transformation. So out of nowhere, which I did a video on, here these people come, right? And they, just out of nowhere, they wanted me to leave, said I took too long of showers and that I was a troublemaker, and that I'm not even allowed back in the store. Now, originally I perceived it as, they're just evil. They're hating. They don't want to see me smiling. It's not that big of a deal, right? But as I begin to calm down and settle into that energy that I was so distraught about, because I really was like, they're messing up, my sacred space that God has given me so that I can operate out of, right? I begin to realize that, hey, maybe this was not actually what I perceived to be demonic and evil. This is actually God moving me into a different space. Because, you know, when one door closes, another one opens, and it's always for your good, your higher good. So, so basically, I had to take a day off and think now, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Because that really was like shattering everything that I had begin to create. So after sitting all day, right, I finally came to a higher thought. And I remembered, you know, as before I embarked on this journey, you know, years before, I had been researching into, you know, leaving the matrix and how I would go about living my life, being a free person and not having a home, you know. And then it came to me after doing some research online. It might have came up in one of the posts. It was, oh, people go to the gym and take showers. Okay. So, I mean, that day I was stressed. I was feeling weary. I was looking up all different type of stuff. And I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, because I lost my ability to take a shower. And then it was presented to me, go to the gym. Now, guess what? At the Pilot, I'm paying $36 a day to take a shower. Okay. And it's limited. I can only shower. They wanted me in and out in an hour. Okay. As a woman, you know, that's unacceptable. We need more time. Okay. So when the gym popped in my head late at night after I done been stressed, I've been praying, where is my answer? Where do I go? Am I going to leave the city I'm in? Do I need to relocate? Just going through the motions, right? Anguish. And finally, I went online. It was easy as just going online and clicking a button. Got my membership the next day I was in. Membership is only, I think, $25 a month, okay? And I'm in a clean place. I mean, when I went in, it's a beautiful, clean setup, okay? For $25 a month, I can come take unlimited showers, okay? Opposed to $36 a day. And I can also go get my workout in. God was trying to get me, he didn't want me getting comfortable in that spot. Yes, that was the initial spot that he brought me to, but he knows that I need to, you know, manage my resources and things. So he needed me to get out of there. So he used what I perceived to be demonic and evil to get me out of there, to save me money and get me into a better space. Okay. So this is what these things look like. So say, for instance, you getting an eviction notice at your door, and you know, they're saying you can't come back to the house, or the sheriff's put your stuff out on the street. I need you to know that this is the manifestation of God. This is how he breaks down the old you and creates the new you. This is how he takes you higher. So you have to be calm in those situations. Never let your thoughts of demise overrun your brain, okay? Never. Know the promise that God has for your life, and that's for all things good. Okay. But we have to go through these processes of breaking down in this process of fire so that he could forge the new us. Okay. So you just have to hang in there. You have to know this in your mind. You have to have the right perception so that you can walk through these storms. Okay. You can battle with these perceived demons and annihilate them so that you can open that next door to glory in your life. Okay. So be encouraged. Always remember the promise that God has for your life. Okay, always remember you are more than a conqueror. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how dark it gets. Okay, when it gets to the darkest it could get, let go and let God. You get to praying and praying and praying for sight so that you can see through the storm, that God may lift you above the storm. You know, but like they say, he ain't gonna give you too much that you can't bear. But there's a breaking down that needs to take place for that new shell to emerge, that new shell of yourself to emerge. Okay, so we can't go around perceiving everything as demonic, as we always just see everything as demonic. Even our haters, we need them people. My greatest haters are the reason that I am who I am today. Okay, because of the constant pressure they have kept on me. It birthed forth this mighty me. Had I not gone through the things that I've gone through, I would not be this mighty. I would not have this armor on that I carry. Okay, so be in thanksgiving when darkness come. Be in thanksgiving when pressure comes. Be in thanksgiving when chaos comes. And say, I won't complain. That's a great song by the Reverend, I believe, Paul Jones. I might be wrong, but the song is called I Won't Complain. Okay? That is a great worship song and a great song to help keep you in perspective. Okay? Because one thing's for sure. As long as we're on this planet and we not in the grave, we are above the dirt and we are here. Know that there's going to be challenges all throughout your life, because God, you represent the kingdom. You are to be this great specimen, okay? And you have to constantly undergo changes and get new equipment, get new knowledge to keep elevating, okay? So you have to be aware of this and aware that as long as I am alive, I am breathing, I have my health, I have knowledge, I have wisdom. There is no mountain that should stand in my way. There is no mountain that I can't conquer, no mountain that I can't climb, okay? You can do all things through Christ, which strengthens us. All things. So that is my message for today. It's all about the mind, okay? It's how we're perceiving things, okay? And that's why it's important to get wisdom and knowledge, okay? Wisdom and knowledge can come from sacred books. It can come from prophets, transmitters of light. It comes from even transmitters of darkness. Because listen, you need to know what you perceive to be your enemy. So you're going to need to go into darkness and see their tactics. See how darkness operates so that you can overcome it. Okay? For Christians out there who have been, in the world of this one-minded way of Christianity, and why the church has not been prospering on the level it is, and why so many people perhaps have left the church and turned to darkness, is because nobody's really giving you the meat of things. The Bible is not the only source of knowledge and information. Knowledge and information can be given to you. It can be imparted to you from a man from the heavens. It can come through a prophet, right? Or a person. It can come through darkness. Anybody can be a vessel of knowledge. Wherever it's coming from, you need to be receptive to it and listen. When you ask God a question, right, and you walk up to a random stranger, it could be a homeless person on the street, and they say something. They might be singing a song as you walk by, or they might say something to you, and your answer may come in the form of that homeless or that bum you see sitting on the street that you perceive to be nothing and worthless. Okay? God is in all things that's around us, in evil and in good. So keep your ears open. There's a reason we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Okay? Listen. Okay, your answers are all around you. So whenever the storm gets heavy, I need for you to sit in a quiet place. And I need you to begin to probe. What are the answers? Lord, what are the answers? Where do I need to go? What do I need? And pray for Thanksgiving. Be thankful. Also pray for answers. And I promise you, as you sit back in quietness and stillness, those answers will come to you. And they will come to you from any and everywhere. Nature, people, plants, songs, license plates, everywhere. But you have to have that level of awareness to be able to receive the messages that God are trying to get through to you. So open those ears, open your sight. No longer will we be closed-minded and think that God only speaks through a book. That's then limiting God and saying that God has ended 2,000 years ago. Last time God spoke to man was 2,000 years ago. No, sir. God has never left, and he's forever penetrating the earth. He's always speaking, okay? He comes to us in dreams. That's another way of communication. You pay attention to them dreams, okay? Them dreams are very important. So to you dreamers, don't take none of them dreams lightly. None of them. Anything that's coming through is communication. But do know sometimes, like I said, darkness comes through too. And darkness could try to manipulate your dreams. So you got to have the spirit of discernment as well. But I'm just giving you ways in which God talks and answer us, okay? So that you don't never have to feel like you can't make it through the storm and you give up, and you let those destructive processes or those demonic forces of life that are necessary for human development to devour you. They can either devour you or they can They can strengthen you and bring you into a new you. Okay? So don't let those forces devour you. You are to overcome them. You are to pass your test. You are to become a new creature. Okay? Be faithful. Be knowledgeable. Be great. I love you. Peace.